Command Center Post-Game Live is brought to you by Nissan. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today.
Welcome into Command Center Post-Game Live presented by Nissan. I'm your host, Brian Coble Jr. here with Super Bowl champion and future Hall of Famer Brian Mitchell and Mr. 8 to the 9 Santana Moss. Now, fellas, before we get started, this post-game is going to be a little bit different. We're out here in the elements. It's been raining. The weather's been bad. There's a lot of things going on, so we will not be able to go live. However, we did want to still give you guys a post-game, react to some things. We're going to hear from Logan Paulson a little later. So, fellas, just like we normally do, initial thoughts, very, very rough loss. 44-22, your final score, losing at home to Detroit Lions.
It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. I think the offense did some things. The defense did not do much. The whole thing about it is, I think we're still looking at last year. We have to forget about last year and look at this year. And I think this year at this point, the injuries have hurt us truly bad. I don't think the personnel is where we thought it was. I don't think that we're making adjustments like we should be. And at this point, there are people that they are trying to embarrass us based off of what we did last year. You know, this is probably Detroit's Super Bowl right now, to be honest with you. But the ultimate thing is no one is going to feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
And these players are still trying to get better. But the ultimate thing is when that chemistry is not working and you don't have the actual physical talent right there, it's hard to make it happen.
Yeah.
It's hard. You see them trying, but they just can't get it. It's like what is it, the little hamster on the wheel? Mm-hmm. You're running full speed.
Running in place. Yep.
Same spot. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, you see a lot of guys out there competing, man. But I think when you look at the drop-off from the talent that we are missing, the guys who was our starters or considered to be the ones that we want to play with, it's a huge drop-off from there. That second wave of players just doesn't add up to the same production that we was getting from that first wave of guys who are not here right now. So for the most part, man, these guys are competing. I can't say they're not going out there to play the football game that we want them to play, but it just can't add up right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's hard to come up with solutions, right? Like the coaching staff is over here trying to come up with solutions as well. But when you're banged up like this, B. Mitch, when you are just tore up, you've been there before. You played in the body bag game.
Yeah.
How do you overcome these things, or is this the lay of the land?
It's the lay of the land, and you just keep fighting. I mean, listen, as I say all the time, many people outside of the locker room is not going to understand something like this. Mm-hmm. You know, there are players that are racking their brains to try to figure out a way. The coaches are doing the same thing. Sometimes it doesn't happen. You look at last year, Detroit, they had lost a lot of players. We got into that game against them. They wish they had all their starters, but that wasn't the reason they lost. They lost because we were the better team that day. Like they were the better team that day. We can't make excuses, and I'm not trying to make an excuse. Listen, you have injuries in the NFL, you got to find your other guys to come up and play. But when you do have those injuries, the other team is supposed to take advantage of you. Yeah. That's just how it goes. This thing is just like in the jungle. Mm-hmm. If you are wounded, you will be lunch, dinner, something for somebody, for the other animals. When you're wounded in the NFL, your lunch, your dinner, your breakfast, your snack, whatever the hell they want you to be. You got to find a way. And right now we're struggling, but we have to try to come out of it.
No matter what level of you're on in this league or playing this sport, I remember as a kid, when you had a guy 2 down, we was going to get after you. Same way in high school, same way in college. When you had a guy, if I knew I'm going out there and I got a rookie on me or I got a second-year play, that's a stat day for me. So now you look at you fast forward and you see us, when they see our sheet who's all injured, they're
salivating.
Trust me, they're like, you know what? There's no tomorrow for what we're gonna do for these guys, to these guys. So they're looking, they want just knowing that, hey man, we finna come out here and get after these guys. So I kind of see every team coming into the game knowing that, hey, we could take advantage of them because of the guys they have down.
Facts.
But you know what though? You take notes.
Yes.
Keep tallies. Any player on this football team that's gonna have a conversation with me, take tallies. Just like they were happy today.
Yep.
Make sure you step in their neck when you get everything together. Yeah. See, this is a thing where you got to build that foundation. You have to build that base. And those teams that take advantage of you when you're down, can't wait to get them back. Put one foot on the neck and slowly lift the other one off the ground and just take all the air away. Listen, I'm a vicious dude. I believe in revenge. Have your fun right now. Smile because we're coming. And it may not be this year, but we're coming. And I will remember this night, believe me.
And
I heard all the fans. I heard them. They were happy. They still don't have one of these. They won't be getting one this year either. I promise you that.
And it meant a lot to Lions fans. I mean, we were in the elevator full of Lions fans, and they even said to themselves, they said, this was great, but we need this in January, right? So what we did stung to them, and again, we could get that same payback. Your final score, 44-22. Now, we have a lot more to get into. We will be hearing from Logan Paulson. He'll be joining the desk, but we are going to take a quick break. This commences in a post-game live presented by Nissan. We'll be right back.
You're watching Command Center Post Game Live from Northwest Stadium.
Nissan trucks and SUVs are built for next-level adventure. Too much gear? Dirt? Rock? Sand? Get in a Nissan truck or SUV and feel unstoppable. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months or get $2,500 customer cash on Road Platinum.
Everyone say that I am too young to do my own thing, but I know they're wrong. You see, Mama not worried and Papa never did. I'm just a little bitty girl like a whole lot of kids doing my own thing. Check me out, fella. Tell me what you think.
What would you like the power to do? Bank of America.
The best offense is a great defense. Get 100% verified tickets only from Ticketmaster. Seats available all season long, even last minute. Take it to the house every time. Ticketmaster, official marketplace of the NFL.
The Maryland Lottery Holiday Raffle is here with your best chance to win $1 million. Only a limited number of tickets will be sold. There are also 10 $100,000 prizes, and 3 people will win $50,000 in early bird drawings. The final $1 million drawing is on January 2nd. So play the Maryland Lottery Holiday Raffle because tickets are going fast.
At Northwest Stadium, we raise hail together, cheer together, and trust in our team together. Northwest is proud to support the Commanders. And as your hometown credit union, your goals are our #1 priority. We're your friends, neighbors, and fellow fans. And your financial success is our passion. Become a member today and let us help you build your next dynasty. Northwest Federal Credit Union, where trust matters.
Welcome into Command Center Post-Game Live presented by Nissan. Now it's time for your Fast Play of the Game brought to you by the Maryland Lottery. Please play responsibly. And we got 2 of them things today, fellas. Our Fast Play of the Game is Deebo Samuel's 4-yard touchdown pass from Marcus Mariota. We also got Traylon Burks with a 37-yard deep pass from Mariota, which set up that touchdown for Deebo Samuel, fellas. We talked about the guys that needed to step up here, right? And yes, this is an ugly game. It's hard to find positives. However, we did see guys like Traylon Burks step up when they needed to, fellas. And at the end of the day, you could be banged up, you could be losing games, but you still got to go out there and play.
You got to go out there and play. And I think the thing about Deebo, I just wish we had Deebo and Terry together. You see what Deebo can do. You've seen what Terry can do. If those 2 guys were together, I would say that this would be a totally different season. Traylon Burks right now is in a situation where he has an opportunity to prove to this football team and everybody else around the league that I can play. I was a first-round draft pick just a few years ago. I got my stuff together right now. The light bulb has gone off. If he continues playing strong like he did today, 3 receptions, I think 58 yards, he could get himself an opportunity again and get back into this thing and become a force for somebody. He's a big guy, big receiver, something that many people don't have on their team, something that people are looking for. So he has a great opportunity in front of him.
Yeah, I love to see that we was able to get guys like Burks. I also saw a sighting from Senate, all those guys. Also Chosen. Those guys got a chance out there to get their feet wet a little bit and prove to the offense coordinator and the quarterback that I can be an asset for you. I can be a guy going forward. If you need me, I can go out there and make plays for you. So I'm looking forward to this week building up to getting ready for the Dolphins, that these guys can have more of an intricate role in this passing game. Because I think in order for us to be special on offense, we got to get things going on in the perimeter. If we don't get things on the outside well, we can't do anything in the interior as far as the run game. So I'm definitely intrigued that I saw a lot of those guys go out there and make plays.
And fellas, we know this. Our offense isn't the finished product, right? Like, it's not just about this season. It's about the future season as well. These guys are out here playing for jobs. These guys are out here playing for opportunities. And you see a guy like Traylon Burks, who you say, you know what? I can see him on this roster. I can see him making an impact. I can see him sticking around, much like we've seen with Chris Moore, B-Mitch. When you look at these games coming up, that is very important. These guys that aren't normally getting those reps, getting these reps now, they're not only playing for these next few games. They're playing for a contract.
Listen, man, guys have to fight. And I think the thing about it, in basketball, they tank. In pro football, you don't tank. In pro football, sometimes you go through a year like this where everything just seems to not be working for you. And no matter how hard you try, the chemistry doesn't hit. You get a lot of injuries. You have young guys trying to get an opportunity. You tell me like this, okay, if you got a group of freshmen in high school that are very good, but you got a group of seniors that have been playing together a long time, they're not beating them. I don't care how good they are. And that's what's going on for us now. But you do have a chance to work yourself into it. And it can come back in 1 year, maybe 2 years. But you know that you're working towards something. And this is the year that we are taking our beatings. Other teams took their beatings before. But it's what you do with this. How do you let this motivate you? Do you go out here and say, I'm sick of this feeling? I don't like feeling like this. You know, and then you start doing stuff to try to gradually bring yourself and bring your guys along. You could change this thing up. We saw what Miami did today to Buffalo, okay? You start watching different games. It's when you finally let it click that everybody can come together and do something is when things happen.
Your final score, 44-22. We will be back with more after this break. We will be hearing from Logan Paulson, and we'll be looking at the road ahead. This is Command Center Post-Game Live, presented by Nissan. We'll be right back.
Nissan trucks and SUVs are built for next-level adventure. Too much gear? Dirt? Rock? Sand? Get in a Nissan truck or SUV and feel unstoppable. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months or get $2,500 customer cash on Road Platinum.
Trust brings us together as families, friends, and neighbors. At Northwest Federal Credit Union, we know your financial decisions are more than just signing on a dotted line. You're putting your trust on the line, and as life unfolds, we'll be here for every step of your journey. At Northwest, we work to earn your trust every day, because this is our community too. Become a member today. Northwest Federal Credit Union, where trust matters.
Welcome back into Command Center Post-Game Live presented by Nissan. Now it's time for your post-game delivery brought to you by Paisanos, the official pizza of the Washington Commanders. Order now at paisanospizza.com. And somebody that always delivers is Logan Paulson. He was out on the sideline watching the game from a very, very close vantage point. Got rained on probably a little bit, my brother, but thank you for taking the time to come up here. We were just talking about this offense. Logan, a tough question to ask you, but I have to ask, man, what did you see from this offense from your sideline?
So if you're looking for something to be positive about as a Commanders fan, I think there are some positive things to take away from the offense. I think you saw a nice version of what this identity for this team could be, right? We're in 13 personnel a lot. We're mitigating the damage in terms of injury at the receiver position. I think Traylon Burks stepped up in a nice way, making some explosive plays down the field. Can his role expand? But I thought Cliff had a good feel for kind of slowing the game down, running the football, play action shots. Jalen Lane makes an appearance. Ben Sinnott makes an appearance tonight. So in terms of big pictures, things to be excited about, I think this is who this team can be and probably should be moving forward until they get healthier on the perimeter. And I think those things can be really hard to discern and determine when you're the coordinator. So to see Cliff come with that tonight and that vision of what they should and can be, I was really impressed with that. Again, obviously, really is a relative term here because we lost. But I think if you're looking for some positive things to take away, it's got to be that offense.
Look at us, all of us left speechless because it is hard when you're in this moment, right, to try to remain positive and try to talk about those things. But, Logan, you are not wrong, right? You did see those adjustments. Marcus Mariota, we do not know how long he will be our quarterback. We got to imagine we're at least going to see him for a game or two.
But I think that's the thing, man, is you saw a guy who could manage the offense well. You saw, again, a diverse kind of nuanced run scheme that was able to keep them on schedule. And, again, like they're not going to win – this isn't the Denver Broncos from a couple years ago. They're not going to break scoring records here. But is that good enough to win a football game for you? Yes.
Yeah.
If you play complementary football. And I think that's the thing that gives me a lot of optimism about that side of the football. Is they did, to me, enough tonight. It's just can you do it? Can you get the supplement from the teams and from defense?
I was just going to ask you, with the sample size of what we saw offensively, with the, I guess you can say, with our balanced attack, the run game and the passing game, if we was able to make some stops defensively, could that have had us in the game or gave us a chance to win this game?
I think that's the most frustrating thing about tonight. When you kind of take a step back and look at it, is you say, hey, there are some things here offensively that I love, right? Tighter formations, things to help guys beat man-to-man coverage, good opportunities. Again, that Traylon Burks catch down the field, that thing makes this offense go, right? A guy who can win a 50-50 contested catch down the field, that is like a staple of what they want to be and who they want to, and what Cliff thinks this offense should be. Defensively, though, I mean, there was no resistance. And I think that's the thing that's so frustrating is, like, there's not even one thing you can look to and say, man, this guy played really well, or they did this really well, or they took this guy away. It was pretty much like Dan Campbell was in his bag the whole time. It was like run, play action, keeper, boot, and there were no palatable solutions to that. And I think that's the thing that you're kind of like moving forward, especially with the amount of injuries that seem to keep just ratcheting up each and every time they play. I don't know what the opportunity is. Do you just go back to square one and say, hey, man, we need to learn how to fit runs out of this defense, play this coverage versus a 3-by-1? Like, whatever that is, it needs to be comprehensive.
Like, you look at it, and defensively, like you said, you can't put your finger on one thing.
Yeah.
But what thing is the worst? Because I know one thing. Defensive line controls what happens on defense. And if that's not the best thing, and if that is the worst thing, it's going to be hard to fix. So how do we get something moving? I mean, I'm looking at teams. Miami handled Buffalo.
Yeah.
I know we're losing games. We're not playing as well as we did last year. But every once in a while, we got to find a way and show that we can be resistance to somebody.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing is, like, last year I thought Joe Wood Jr. did a good job of saying, like, I don't have the horses on the perimeter. The defensive line's not great. So, like, let's just bend but don't break, and hopefully we can win a couple of these things in the red zone. And a win in the red zone is a field goal, right? So if we can get some of these touchdowns off the board, make it a field goal, make it a closer game for the offense, there's a reasonable solution there. There's a reasonable reason to be optimistic. But I think that's the thing is, like, even in those bend but don't break moments, like on fourth down, there's a coverage bust, right? In the low red, they're missing tackles for scores. And all of that seems like something that is the antithesis of what Commanders football is. Yeah. And I think that's why we feel it's such a loss in these moments. It's because it's like, hey, last year we were playing hard and we were tackling well, right? And I will say the other thing, too, if you really want to take a 1,000-foot view, is the offense did a much better job on third down last year of limiting the defense's exposure, right? So not only were there less opportunities for the defense to make mistakes, but they had less possessions, the other offense. So everything's kind of tipped the other way to the extreme, at least mathematically, and it is overwhelming for us and for the fans, I'm sure.
And you mentioned the fans. Everybody want to see it turn around, right? We want to see those adjustments, especially on the defensive end. But at this point in the season, where we're at now, how realistic and how much time do they really have to do these things and make these adjustments y'all are speaking of?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can catch lightning in a bottle, right, with a certain number of personnel, like kind of getting guys in the right situation. Like, one of the things that I thought might be a good change was, like, Duran, Kinlaw, Derzon, and Jacob Martin on the field together. Obviously, Duran gets ejected from this game. So how much of that in the game plan is now not in the game plan, and you're playing people in positions that they're not accustomed to? So tonight it felt like everything that could go wrong did go wrong, but you have to show resilience as a profestional football team. I think I heard you talking about it. Sometimes you just got to say, hey, man, that wasn't it. Let's go back to the drawing board and see if we can figure something out, and just keep grinding that stone.
You know, I know it's one thing, and I know we was talking about offense before I asked this question, but I had to ask you this question. It's one thing when you can just beat your guy and say, okay, that was a great play because that guy just out-willed that guy. He beat that coverage. But what I can't wrap my head around is how are so many guys on the opposing side offense just wide open at these situations where it's 3rd and short and 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. I got a guy on a shallow cross by himself and run up the sideline for 30 yards.
So I think these are great questions, Tana, and I look at that one specifically because you brought it up, and I say to myself, like, that's a keeper fake, right? Mm-hmm. So play action with a soft roll, and then we get guys on the same level and they run into each other, and that's stuff that we got to get corrected. Yeah. We got to play on different levels. We got to fit the run and cover the guy and not pick each other.
Logan, we always appreciate your insight, man. We have to take a quick break, but when we come back, we will be looking at the road ahead. Logan's going to stick with us for a little bit, and we'll wrap the show up. This is Command Center Post Game Live, presented by Nissan. We'll be right back.
You're watching Command Center Post Game Live from Northwest Stadium.
Almost heaven, West Virginia.
Come to West Virginia and open the door to more this fall. More color. More connection.
Life is older than
more freedom to explore.
Younger than the mountains.
Less doing, more being. Find your almost heaven at wvtourism.com.
Commanders fans, this is for you. Level up with the brand new AAA Commanders MVP membership. You'll receive all the benefits of AAA, such as 24/7 roadside assistance, plus chances to win game tickets, access to exclusive team events and experiences, along with 15% off Commanders gear at the online pro shop. Already a AAA member? Add the Commanders MVP membership for free. Head to AAA.com/Commanders to upgrade or join the squad and put your fandom in drive.
You're watching Command Center Post Game Live, presented by Nissan. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Welcome into Command Center Post Game Live, presented by Nissan. Now it's time to take a look at the road ahead, brought to you by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. And fellas, the moment is finally here. We will be headed to Madrid to play in Spain against the Miami Dolphins. Now, technically, that is a road game for us, but I got a feeling our Burgundy and Gold family will be present in the building. Okay. Then we'll have a bye week. Then we come home to play the Broncos on some Sunday night football. Then we are on the road to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Fellas, what a stretch, man. Spain, being on the road, being in a new time zone. Fellas, we will all be there in the building. I don't even got to ask y'all if y'all excited for Spain, because, B, I know you're already ready for some topics.
I'm excited, but I think everybody that's going to be on the field need to realize this is not vacation for you. Mm-hmm. This is a business trip. And for all of us, it's a semi-vacation, but we'll be working as well.
I thought I was working.
I think the mindset for them has to be, listen, Miami is happy right now. They beat Buffalo.
They rolling.
And you're going to get a chance to see them next week. Let's go out there and do the same thing to them. We can be that team that one day, you might not be as good as you were last year, but you could be as good as you ever was one time. Okay? That could be this year. Let's get it done in Madrid. Let's have some fun over there. I don't want to just go out there and be tasting damn sangria and eating churros. I want to see a victory.
Yeah. Preach.
Yeah, I feel you. What he said.
Logan, send this out, man.
No, I think that's right. I mean, it's like everyone's like, oh, you're going to get to go to Spain. My wife's like, oh, it's going to be so fun. I'm like, yeah, it'll be great, but I want to see a win. I want to see the Commanders get after it. I want to see them kind of turn a corner. I want to see some more things to be optimistic about. And again, like B said, any given week, that's a possibility. So maybe this is the week, and that would be awesome. Being in Madrid, enjoying the sights, and also seeing the Commanders win a football game.
Commanders fans, we will all be out in Madrid. We are taking off tomorrow. Like less than 24 hours, we will all be on a plane in Madrid. But that is because we're giving you content every day of the week. Our full slate of shows, but out in Spain. We will be working endlessly to make sure we give y'all content after content after content. And, of course, on game day. Me and the crew will be there right on the sidelines. And then, of course, for post-game content for you all through and through. Make sure you subscribe to the Commanders YouTube page. Hit that doorbell to be notified every single time we post. This is Command Center Post-Game Live, presented by Nissan. I'm here with Logan Paulson, Santana Moss, Brian Mitchell. I'm your host, Brian Coble Jr. We'll see y'all out in Madrid, baby.